They're trying to silence the whistleblowers. They're spending more energy going after people like Schlep. Now he's fighting back in court because if Roblox won't be held accountable in their own platform, we'll make sure that they're held accountable in court.
Law by Mike just teamed up with Schlep's lawyers to sue Roblox. Chris Hansen is working on a documentary to expose how bad the Roblox predator problem is, and the petition to remove David Baszucki has gained over 270,000 signatures. So it's safe to say Roblox is in a bad place right now. And the crazy part is, all of this started after they decided to ban Schlep, one of the biggest predator hunters on the platform, who has exposed dozens of offenders, 6 of whom were arrested and charged with serious crimes involving inappropriate conduct with children. Roblox didn't like the fact that Schlep was trying to clean up the platform, so they kicked him out and sent him a cease and desist. I made a video on that a couple of weeks ago, so you can check it out to get the full context. But let's zero in on these lawsuits for a second. What are they actually about? And is there any chance we might actually get to see real change in how Roblox handles this problem thanks to these lawsuits? On the 14th of August, 2025, the Attorney General of the state of Louisiana, Liz Murrill, announced that she was suing Roblox for endangering the children on its platform. Now, I'm not a lawyer, so I can't predict how this case will go, but to understand what changes we can expect if this lawsuit succeeds, we need to explore what it's really about. The lawsuit starts by claiming that its goal is to hold the Roblox Corporation accountable for the facilitation and distribution of CSAM and for the sexual exploitation of Louisiana's minor children through their online gaming service. It calls out Roblox for advertising itself to both parents and children as safe for children, while failing to implement basic safety controls to protect child users, and failing to provide notice of the dangers of using the platform. Now, to be fair, Roblox cannot be directly held responsible for the things its users do on the platform, and that's thanks to Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act, which states that no provider or user of an interactive computer service shall be treated as the publisher or speaker of any information provided by another information content provider. However, just because Roblox can't be directly punished doesn't mean they don't hold some form of responsibility, especially concerning the platform's moderation, and that is exactly what this lawsuit seeks to exploit. Liz Murrill claims that Roblox has complete control over the platform hosting the experiences, including but not limited to warnings associated with the experiences, age verification, age restrictions for each experience, policies and rules regarding inappropriate conduct, monitoring for inappropriate conduct, handling and facilitation of reports of complaints by users, etc. Added to that, Roblox is also one of the most easily accessible gaming and social platforms, especially for young children. It's insanely easy to create an account on Roblox, which means anyone can sign up with a fake name and age, since there's no way to verify whether the person signing up is a child or an adult. I've never played Roblox, but I decided to test out the sign-up process to verify this myself, and I have to admit, it's as easy as advertised. All I had to do was provide a date of birth, name, gender, and email address, and I had access to the entire platform. On one hand, that sounds like a plus for the platform. I mean, who wants to go through a lot of hoops and jumps just to create an account on a gaming website? But for a platform that's marketed towards children of any age, with no limit whatsoever, this can be dangerous. Because on one hand, adults can create kids' accounts by simply using a much lower age during the sign-up process, giving them access to games and communities where they can interact with children. We've seen how this plays out in real life, like the case of this 10-year-old girl from Southern California, whose parents recently sued Roblox and Discord after a random man hiding under a fake account kidnapped her from her home. This is also the same playbook used by all the other bad actors exposed by Schlep. They create a fake account pretending to be children, get into kids' spaces, trick them off the platform, and start grooming them. On the flip side, kids could also take advantage of this ease by creating adult accounts and accessing content meant for the older demographic. As of today, Roblox is the biggest gaming platform in the world, with over 88.9 million users, 39% of whom are children, so it's up to them to ensure these kinds of loopholes are fixed. In addition, Liz Murrill's lawsuit also claims that parental control is turned off on kids' accounts by default, and that once a child indicates that they're 13 or older, then any experience was available to them, including the ones marketed to adults. And then there's the Robux problem. You see, Roblox's in-game currency has also become a tool tool for exploitation, as kids are always willing to do anything it takes to get them, including bending to the whims of these evil adults in exchange for the currency. Sure, Roblox claims it monitors the kind of message users can send to each other, but how effective is that when these same users have defined means to avoid detection? There are also lots of inappropriate games being pushed to children on the platform, including public showers, Escape to Epstein Island, Steal the Baby, and a whole lot of sexually explicit games, silently evading removal. Now, the goal of this Louisiana lawsuit is to get a permanent injunctive order against Roblox to restrain them from engaging in any violation of the Louisiana Unfair Trade Practices Act. They're also trying to stop Roblox from advertising itself as a safe platform when it's clearly not, in addition to every other punishment they deserve under the law if they lose the case. But that's not even the most dramatic legal action the company is facing. Between February and July 2025, a law firm known as Anapol Weiss filed 4 different lawsuits against Roblox on behalf of 5 children for alleged exploitation by adults. The first lawsuit from February was about a 13-year-old boy from New Jersey who was contacted by a convicted serial predator who had already been charged with sexually exploiting another child. He coerced the kid into sharing sexually explicit content, gave the man his address, and even agreed to meet him in person. Thankfully, that didn't happen. Then in April, Anapol Weiss filed another complaint in the Superior Court of California, Count of San Francisco, on behalf of a young girl from Florida who was also groomed and sexually exploited on Roblox and Discord. In the same month, the law firm filed a third lawsuit in federal court in the Southern District of Texas. This time, the victim was a female minor who got exploited, groomed, and coerced into sending explicit images through Roblox. The perpetrator ended up meeting with this minor in question, assaulting her and recording it. In May, Anapol Weiss filed yet another lawsuit in the Superior Court of California, County of San Mateo, on behalf of a 16-year-old girl from Indiana who was groomed by an adult and tricked into sharing explicit images. This predator also managed to lure her from her home in Indiana to Georgia, where she was repeatedly sexually assaulted. Then in July 2025, they filed another lawsuit in the United States District Court, Northern District of California, on behalf of a 14-year-old girl from Alabama who was groomed by an adult claiming to be a kid. After gaining the trust of the Jane Doe, the predator moved the conversation to Discord, where they then repeatedly sent explicit messages and photographs to the kid. Unfortunately, this evil predator also managed to lure her from her home in Covington, Alabama, to an undisclosed location where they attempted to sexually assault her. This is not an isolated problem. This is not a small issue being blown out of proportion. Roblox needs to act and protect the millions of kids on its platform. How can a company this massive not focus heavily on its moderation? These are kids. They don't know better. It's up to the adults in charge of this platform to pay more attention and fix the problem. Sure, they've been providing some new updates and trying to introduce ID verification, but they need to do more and not hide away, hoping the problems will disappear. And of course, Schlep is also suing Roblox with the help of seasoned attorneys like Law by Mike. And according to his legal team, they've received over 800 reports from kids with similar stories. Schlep hasn't filed his lawsuit yet, so we can't really explore what he's alleging and demanding, but as soon as he does, I'll be sure to drop an update diving deep into the details. As for the question of whether all this drama will lead to real change, I sincerely hope so, for the sake of all the children who love Roblox. If we can't keep kids from the internet, we can at least make sure they have a safe space to explore without interacting with perverts or stumbling on adult content. And of course, free Schlep!